I massively undervalued it. I didn't do any of my marketing in my first 10 years up until 2016. And then everyone kept telling me to. And it's been a game changer for both active and for, the whole pro side of things and the podcast promotion and blog promotion and video promotion and everything else that you obviously help run and manage for us. So yeah, a lot of what we've done over the last 2.5 years and obviously the rebranding of the website and all of that is obviously thanks to you for writing those emails and writing all those copy to help.
Yeah, it's been a good journey, and I think that's going back to what we said earlier about a confused mind doesn't buy. I feel like over time we've got even clearer, and it's just getting clearer and clearer and clearer with how you help people, and you're obviously developing as a coach as well. I feel like Pro, especially now, is like at the peak of what it can offer advisors. So the next 6 months for that are going to be really exciting, I think.
When you think about it, when you came in 2020, Jack and I started this as a test in 2019 because advisors were asking for help. I was still very much an advisor in 2019. And, I was starting to recruit Sally and then Andrew. And, 2020, about the time that you joined, was when we took on the 5 advisors, because the time that I saved with Sally and Andrew was the time that I invested into more marketing. And that was probably about the time that we started some email marketing as well, was sort of early 2019. But as you said there, it's got clearer and clearer and clearer. But I think one of the challenges that we've had, just thinking back now and speaking out loud, is because of that transition from advisor into business owner into avatar of self-employed mortgage expert versus advisor, mentor, and coach, and almost modeling that pro and the coaching side being a little bit more of a hobby. And we tried to launch it as a business during 2021, but the pandemic didn't make that very easy. And we've had a lot of realignment and readjustment. But I think, as you said, the realization now in 2022 that the brokerage is 22 people. It's got a new website. It's got ads running. It's got you on the email side. We've got a content marketer that we're recruiting at the moment. We've got an in-house graphic designer and social media person. And that's got a life of its own. It's got introducers. It's got leads coming consistently. We've built huge rapport with introducers thanks to the Self-Employed Mortgage Guide. My role probably now, after all of Mum's happened and everything else, and I'd say probably in the last 2 months, we've gained more clarity because my focus has been more on how can I help advisors generate leads, increase sales, maximize profit, so that you can gain time to do more of what you love with who you love, or so you can scale a business in the same way that I have to 7 figures and beyond. And that everything that I do is only from real world experience of what I've done, because I don't practice or preach anything that I've not done, because it would feel incongruent and it's not true. But also, I think me being clearer on our direction, in the sense that you can either join the brokerage as an advisor, you can either join the network and scale with us because our network model is completely different, or you can join Pro, where we will coach you to build your business to 7 figures or beyond in the same way I have done, has just made that whole journey and what we've got to come in the next 6 months so much easier to attain and achieve. Because equally, we've not got 53 products that we're selling either. We're only literally selling 1, which I think is vital as well. What got active to 7 figures? Self-employed mortgages and the upsells, but the one avatar and the one marketing message of self-employed mortgages. What's going to get Pro, for example, to 7 figures is the marketing message around generate leads, increase sales with one client avatar and one product and service offering that we've given, having condensed all of the stuff that you've spoken about over the last 3 years into one method, structure, principle. Would you think that's kind of fair to say?
Oh, absolutely. And, it's a pattern. I'm in a fortunate position where I get to work with lots of different businesses, and it's like a great business mentorship in a way. And there is one thing that is just repeats itself time and time again, is simple scales, right? So the simpler the model, the easier it is to kind of get traction. And you can absolutely see that in pro and active.
Simple scales. Why didn't you say that to me 18 months ago with pro? Now, I don't want to end it on me, because I kind of went off on my own little journey then, and a little bit of a rant for just me speaking out loud to a degree, because you hit a little inspirational spark inside my brain of the journey that we've been on over the last 2.5 years. But what's kind of next for you? Where are you taking your email marketing, your copywriting, your business? You know, what's kind of going on for John next?
Yeah, so with email marketing, it's not going anywhere is like the short answer. It's still going to be like a very important part of marketing. There's some battles on the horizon, and that we have been experiencing in the not too distant past with like Google algorithms and Apple messing their tracking up and stuff like that. So those things need to be overcome. With me personally, I feel like I've got the 80% of the 80-20 of email marketing down. So now I'm more focused on the strategy behind the wider funnel as well, trying to up level myself on that, and really try to nail how to convert people across that whole journey that they go on, rather than just focusing on that email marketing part.
Yeah, love that. And that is so key, isn't it? I know the word funnel, customer journey, lead journey, whatever you want to call it, but it is a funnel. Someone comes in at the top, cold, doesn't know who you are. Your job is to get them to be a paying customer at the very bottom, and how you nurture them and build a relationship with them and engage with them and show that you're you're the solution to their problems, is right the way from the first piece of content through to the copy that you write on the landing page, the copy that you put into the email book, to the emails that you send out, to the relationship that you build, so that eventually, you become the logical choice and they buy from you. And I think that's the key for me is having an expert managing those emails. And if you're not at the stage where you could afford to have a John doing it, the key is to just start bloody doing it, because you're going to be able to at least just get something out there. And you can get your PA to read it. You can get, your mum or your dad or your, whoever to read it, to make sure that it's written in a good way. But if you don't start, then you don't ever get the result.
Yeah. And just a quick tip on that, Gary. If people feel like they're not good at writing, there's tools like Google Text to Speech, or they can do a voice note and stick it in Otter AI. And then it still has that like natural conversational feel to it. And then if you just want to send it to someone who can edit it, maybe that's the better way to go.
Yeah, love that, without a shadow of a doubt. So thanks very much indeed for coming on and sharing your words of wisdom for today, John. So guys and girls, just to reiterate, the leads that you're not converting need to be getting an email nurturing from you every single month, every single week, every single fortnight, if that works with you. The website that you have needs to be written in a direct response copy way. You need to make sure that you're just building relationships through your email list, because that's equally an asset to your business that you own. And it's just about maintaining communication in multiple different touch points. So yes, video works. Yes, podcast works. But the one place that your video and your podcast, your YouTube, your social media should be sending people to is your email list. So don't underestimate the value of that in your business, because it will increase your sales without a great deal of extra effort from what you're doing. So if somebody wants to reach out to you, John, where's your favored social media channel, or where's your favored place for us to do that?
Yeah, on LinkedIn. Just my name, John Robery, on LinkedIn. That's my main publishing platform.
Perfect. So we'll put a link into the show notes so you can click on that and connect with John. I'm sure he won't mind you doing so and sending him a DM if you have questions or want to work with him. This is the Pro podcast, John, and you know what the acronym PRO means, but surely you've had time to think of this. If you haven't, oh dear, what does PRO mean?
I have had plenty of time, and so being a pro means to me having a growth mindset, and realizing there's that opportunity for you to become and develop a new person and develop. But just taking pride in what you do, and wanting to master all areas of your life that are important to you, whether that's family, friends and relationships, or your like core skill, whether that's an email marketer like me, a business owner like you.
Love that. Thanks very much indeed, my friend. Always a pleasure, never a chore.
Yeah, it's fantastic. Thanks for having me.
Thanks, mate. Thanks for all your support and help, obviously, with landing pages and emails and everything that you've done for us over the period of time, and looking forward to more clarity and direction in the future.
Brilliant. Cheers, Gary.
Cheers, everyone. Thanks for listening. Look forward to seeing you on the next episode.